according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan.
It's promoting tons of these ICO scams at the time, and he also narrowly avoided an ICO fraud lawsuit for the same thing, under the defense that he wasn't actually influential enough to convince people to buy the scam.
Bank, I'm robbing y'all. Belch does nothing but collect dust, money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated.
Floyd Mayweather's image is taking a serious hit. Not long ago, he boasted about spending $42 million on Manhattan apartments, but investigations tell a very different story. Property records show no such purchases, and his claims of owning buildings solo with no partners are now under heavy scrutiny. What seemed like a flashy display of wealth might actually be unraveling, putting his reputation on the line like never before.
The Business Insider did, talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same.
All right. Well, now we're trying to figure out what happened, right, with Business Insider. So according to another update, he did ink a $402 million deal for a Black Spruce portfolio. When he said that it was all his and no one invested, he meant no one was funding his part of the investment but him. And so I think this is something where maybe he owns a piece of this or shares in it, but it hasn't changed hands because the majority owner is still the same owner that it was before. I'm trying to understand what happened with this, but I know there's a story that's circulating, so just putting it out there. Whew, it's a tough one. I'm trying to understand as a real estate person myself, what exactly he is communicating when he's saying that he owns this, because they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't, but what it seems like...
Even approaching 50, Floyd Mayweather can't seem to stop flaunting his fortune. His social media overflows with clips of luxury wardrobes, private jets, and stacks of cash that seem almost surreal. Yet, experts warn that this relentless display isn't harmless, it's a dangerous trap. Instead of building long-term security, Floyd appears trapped in a cycle of appearances, living in a fantasy that could cost him everything.
They kind of, think it's a red flag when you're 50 years old and feel like almost 50 and still gotta flex on social media. But, people on social media do what they do best. Especially black people try to tear each other down. So people start researching, Angelique started researching, and they found out that Floyd was capping. Now, Floyd is part of some type of ownership group that got a part.
In a viral video, Floyd spread stacks of money across a table, treating it like a showpiece, waving thick bundles of bills as if they were trophies. But here's the truth, when someone feels the need to constantly parade cash, it usually signals insecurity. True wealth doesn't need an audience. Real money doesn't shout, it quietly exists, far from the glare of social media.
Money made all day. Right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen, let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. Money made all day, we in the bank. Doing what we do best, counting money.
Floyd Mayweather may have an unblemished record, but that doesn't guarantee excitement in the ring. Many viewers confess they watch his fights hoping for an upset. His defensive approach is frequently labeled tedious, and when you mix that with his over-the-top confidence, it's no wonder that more fans seem to root for his stumble than celebrate his victories.
One of the best middleweights of all time is fighting this weekend. I didn't say greatest, I said best. I am really high on Janibek Alimamula. He beats Canelo, he knocks out Crawford with ease. This guy's a monster, absolute freak. If you guys haven't watched his highlights, if you guys haven't watched the full fight, go watch him. He's fighting this weekend. Make sure you guys tune in. His last fight was absolutely domination. This should be illegal. But a lot of people ask me like, Jerry, why are you so high on Janibek? What does Janibek do, or whatever the case may be? The guy is huge for 160. He's huge for 168. He debuted at 175. He's a light heavyweight. He's cutting down to 160 because Canelo won't give him the fight at 68. And 75, he's still a bit undersized. But he's a southpaw, quick hands, quick feet, explosive one-punch knockout power, insane timing, insane punch selection, amazing boxer on the inside. Probably a top 3 boxer when it comes to fighting on the inside the pocket. Probably has the best uppercut in all of boxing. Janibek Alimhanila is a monster. I hope you guys tune in.
Not too long ago, Floyd faced a suspension for backing questionable financial schemes. He had promoted dubious crypto projects and other risky ventures. Yet as soon as the ban lifted, he dove straight back in, this time partnering with Kim Kardashian to push an NFT campaign. Clearly, he's not changing course, he's simply repeating the same relentless chase for money, mistakes, and all.
Banned for 3 years from promoting securities after scamming his fans with an ICO called Cintratec. He was promoting tons of these ICO scams at the time, and he also narrowly avoided an ICO fraud lawsuit for the same thing, under the defense that he wasn't actually influential enough to convince people to buy the scam. And now that it's 2022, his 3-year securities ban is over, and he's back to scamming again. He's currently being sued once again for his promotion of Ethereum Max alongside Kim Kardashian, and also has gotten really into NFTs.
And if you in the NFT world and you betting on me, you will never lose. But what I need you to do right now, go get Mayweather. That's my new NFT. I've been working on that for months. If I win, you win.
Now, it's pretty obvious from these comments that Floyd has learned nothing after not reading the SEC settlement. So maybe that's why he tells us we can't lose by betting on it. So let's put that to the test with his last 3 NFT projects.
I'm dropping my NFT tonight. FloydNFT.com, August 10th. Go get it right now. Matter of fact, don't even wait till August 10th. Get it now. My NFT. Own a piece of my legacy. Floyd Money Mayweather. I'm not just in 30% or 40%, full 100%. I'm all the way in.
Now, Floyd's World was indeed a huge success for Floyd Mayweather, who raked in $4.9 million. But what happened to his fans? Well, they're furious because the price of this NFT has collapsed over 90%, and they angrily responded in the comments section, "You already have an NFT project. It's called @RealFloydNFT. You released it last year and then stopped working on it immediately after. Have you been punched in the head so much?"
From tax controversies to rumors of being trapped in Dubai over unpaid luxury jewelry, Floyd's financial record is littered with chaos. These aren't isolated slip-ups, they form a disturbing pattern. The stakes go beyond money. With each misstep, he risks eroding trust, damaging his reputation, and losing control over the image he's worked so hard to craft.
True, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started.
Floyd may have raked in millions, but allegations suggest he's taken cash for events and merchandise that never materialized. Fans have shelled out for meet and greets, appearances, and exclusive content, only to be left empty-handed. A viral TikTok investigation even revealed that much of his brand thrives on hype and illusions rather than real substance. Floyd once flaunted earning $100 million from the Conor McGregor bout, touting it as a major financial win, but insiders and analysts aren't convinced those figures tell the whole truth.
What's the biggest fight you've ever had? Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, which ironically is a boxing event, but it's the biggest combat sports fight ever. What did that gross? It did 4.4 or 4.5 million buys at $100 a buy. Yeah. So that worked out.
Chael Sonnen, known for his sharp tongue and insider perspective, didn't hold back. According to him, Floyd's issue isn't making money, it's how he spends it. The battles aren't driven by pride or love of the sport anymore. They're about fat paychecks, luxury cars, private jets, and the glitzy life outside the ring. In short, Floyd has shifted from chasing titles to chasing dollars, and that obsession comes with serious consequences.
He is going to box again. He's enjoying this attention. It's been very smart what he did. I think it surprised him. I think he was just going out to have a little bit of fun. I don't think he realized he could get 4 and 5 weeks of headlines out of this, but he does need to box again, for sure. I mean, you call it breaking news, but I will tell you unequivocally right now, Floyd Mayweather does and is planning to box one more time.
And the motivation behind getting into a ring again to box when he said he's retired, why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion, Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Mike Tyson, he did real well too. Evander Holyfield, again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion, he still did really well, but not when you're spending money like that. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've seen a progression of these guys, one after the next, that all end up the same way. And that's broke, and they're just not smart with their money. And, I mean, that's all it comes down to. I'm not even trying to bag on Floyd. Look, he's just not a very bright guy. He's surrounded with even less bright guys. This is the way it works. When you're a boxer and you go spend that kind of money, if you ever buy things that cost money to own, you're going.
Floyd Mayweather has long tied his identity to wealth, turning social media into a spotlight for his riches. Whether it's towering stacks of cash or a garage full of exotic cars, every post screams status. While Floyd views this as a showcase of his success, critics, including Shannon Sharpe, warn that this constant display may reveal deeper problems. Rather than securing his financial future, he seems consumed with impressing the world. Many argue that this fixation on materialism could cloud his judgment, leaving him vulnerable to serious money troubles down the line.
Weekend Las Vegas, we had to get the ones, make it rain. Yeah. I need everybody. I mean everybody. Had girl collection Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl, or whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl collection. Yeah.
Whether you admire him or despise him, Floyd Mayweather has crafted a persona that goes beyond the boxing ring. He's infamous for being one of the most arrogant athletes in sports. He openly admits that money matters more to him than legacy. That attitude may have filled his bank account, but it's also earned him widespread disdain. And for his critics, seeing someone so untouchable face scrutiny only makes his potential downfall even more compelling.
Floyd Mayweather was trying to give y'all the fights, and everybody starts saying that this guy was too old, this guy was too that. Floyd Mayweather starts saying F all of y'all. F the belts, F you, F everything. I'm taking y'all to the bank. I'm robbing y'all. Belts does nothing but collect dust. Money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated. I train all day long, and I'm doing this to try to be one of the greats. Forget that. I'm going to do it for me. He became one of the most selfish fighters you'll ever hear. That's why I never blamed Floyd. When y'all hear me say the Floyd Mayweather effect, a lot of Floyd Mayweather fans, you ain't no Mayweather already. No, I'm talking about the effect. Floyd Mayweather is an all-time great fighter, but people grab the wrong things because most people aren't about hard work and dedication anyway. That's why to be great is rare. Most people try to find that shortcut, and they only
When Floyd stepped out of retirement to face Logan Paul, it wasn't about proving skill, it was about the money. With mounting expenses and a lavish lifestyle to maintain, the flashy YouTube matchup promised a massive payday. But things took a turn when Logan Paul claimed Floyd hadn't paid the $3 million owed, turning the spectacle into a legal showdown. Logan even joked that Floyd might be broke, but beneath the humor lies a serious question: where is all his money really going? True billionaires don't need to broadcast their wealth constantly. their fortune speaks for itself.
Mayweather is bankrupt. At least that's what Logan Paul thinks. Logan hopped on the Walkway to Fight Club show, and when he was asked about being paid, he was nothing short of honest.
It's unfortunate because, you know, same Floyd Money Mayweather. Surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that didn't happen, so I'm sure it'll come eventually, right? I realized, okay, I'm being strung along. This is a classic, hey, buddy, you're the new guy in this industry. We're going to puppeteer you however we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up. Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't have any money. I kind of joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know. And I don't really care. I just want my money.
I remember the week before I fought Floyd, I was in my hotel room by myself with my mind about to like implode.
You're about to fight arguably the greatest boxer of all time.
As an 0-1 YouTuber.
It's great that you got the job done of getting the paperwork. I got Floyd Mayweather to agree to fight me. But you gave a respectable performance to where like people walked away and it's not a gimmick anymore.
I owe Floyd a thanks. Floyd Mayweather, looking forward to receiving the rest of the money you owe me, but thank you from the bottom of my...
The tension spiked when Logan Paul openly threatened legal action over the unpaid millions, declaring, "I'll see you in court." If Logan wins, it wouldn't just be a hit to Floyd's wallet, it would further tarnish an already fragile reputation. These missteps aren't mere business blunders, they're clear signals of someone losing control and spiraling under the weight of their own choices.
Is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full, that is a fact.
No
Short
way.
a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this for the court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm f***ing you. I'm not f***ing you. Yeah, we're taking it to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So,
See you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
This isn't Floyd's first brush with the law. He served time before and frequently reflects on how fame has cost him his freedom. The irony is striking. Despite all his wealth, his decisions, financial and personal, continue to pull him toward new legal headaches. No amount of money can protect you when the bars are closing in.
You know, I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know, we wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know, she was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, you know, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take the keys to the truck. So things got out of hand and blown out of, you know, they blow things up bigger than what things are really made out to be. So things happen.
But nevertheless, you had to do 2 months, right?
Yeah, I did 2 months for misdemeanor, yes.
So what is it like to have everything and then not have freedom?
That's what I come to find out. Freedom is very important. Freedom is very, very important, and I'm just, you know, I'm happy to be.
Even 50 Cent, a former ally, opened up about Floyd not repaying him for projects he backed. Floyd shrugged it off, claiming he never asked for the help, an answer that reveals more than ingratitude. It highlights a pattern of using people when convenient and discarding them afterward. Once hailed as the best ever, Floyd built a boxing empire with his fists. Now, that empire is showing cracks, battered by ego, scams, and reckless spending. From legal battles to failed investments, from unpaid collaborators to questionable endorsements, the signs are clear. The kingdom he built is on fire, and this time, a comeback might not be possible.
Knows Floyd knows he doesn't want to be alone. So in that situation, like I was concerned about him because like I went to visit him more than anyone else that he would call a friend would actually visit him. And it's because I knew that he feel like this. He'll buy stuff for you to keep you around. His temperament, there's no balance. Like he can do anything and they'll still stay there because...
That wraps up today's video. Make sure to stay tuned for what's coming next.